Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into Kairos Pharma's latest 10K annual report, which is kind of like their yearly homework assignment. Usually these things are about as exciting as watching paint dry, but who knows, maybe we'll find some corporate skeletons hiding in the footnotes. Get ready, because this one has a lot of risks. Kairos Pharma, in a nutshell, is trying to develop new cancer treatments. They're working on drugs that aim to boost the immune system and overcome resistance to existing therapies. Their focus areas include prostate, lung, and breast cancers, as well as glioblastoma, a type of brain cancer. First things first, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. This is indeed a 10K, which means it's their annual report covering the whole year, ending December 31, 2024. The company's official file number is listed as 001422275. They are incorporated in Delaware, which is where many companies incorporate. The company is not a large accelerated filer, and it's an emerging growth company. This means they get some leeway with certain reporting requirements and deadlines. They mention portions of their proxy statement for the 2025 annual meeting will be incorporated into part 3 of this report. This proxy statement is something they will file separately, and it contains important information about the company's board, executive compensation, and other governance matters. They have a bunch of forward-looking statements which are basically legal science saying, hey, things might not go as planned, always fun. Kairos has a pipeline of 7 drugs they're working on. ENV105 is in phase 1 and phase 2 trials for lung and prostate cancer. There's also Kairos 2001, a T-cell therapy aimed at glioblastoma. The other drug candidates are in earlier stages of development. The company's main goal is to unlock the immune system to fight resistance to cancer therapy and deal with immune suppression by cancer. They have some agreements with Cedars-Sinai Medical Center for the rights to develop certain technologies. In exchange, Kairos needs to pay various fees, royalties, and milestone payments based on how well those technologies progress. If all milestones are met, the required milestone payments will total $4.4 million. Here's a big table about the different patents they have. It lists things like the patent name, number, status, what it relates to, what type of patent it is, and when it expires. For M105, one of their key drugs, they have patents that extend to 2037 in places like Australia, Canada, and China. Alright, time to check out some of the things that could go wrong. Brace yourselves, because this is where they lay out all the potential problems that could impact their business. First off, they're a small, relatively new company, and they've been losing money since they started. They expect that to continue for the next few years. There's no guarantee they will ever be profitable. They need a lot more cash to keep things going. If they can't get the money, they might have to delay or stop their development programs. That's never a good sign. If they do get more funding, it will probably mean selling more stock, which will lower the value of existing shares. Basically, everyone's piece of the pie gets smaller. Because they haven't been around that long, it's hard to predict if they will succeed. They might focus on the wrong product or indication and miss out on better opportunities. It's like betting all your money on the wrong horse. If their initial drugs fail, their business could be in serious trouble. They might not be able to get regulatory approvals in a timely manner or at all for their drugs. Without those approvals, they can't sell anything. Clinical trials are a huge hurdle and can fail for many reasons. This could delay or prevent them from getting their products to market. They estimate that ENV105 could be a US $9 billion market in the US alone. This is based on the number of prostate cancer patients, and the reality could be very different. The immune checkpoint inhibitor market is anticipated to be $180 in 2032. The company issued shares to Helena as a commitment fee for the ELOC agreement. The ELOC will terminate after 36 months. The ELOC may be terminated by the company after its commencement at the company's discretion. On January 16, 2025, the company closed the January 2025 PIPE offering for gross proceeds of $3,400 and $7,500. The placement agents got warrants to purchase shares. They routinely assess risks from cybersecurity, threats from both internal and external risks, all is said. Now we have the financials. Checking their income statement for the year, they made 0 revenue. Their research and development expenses were about $414,000, and general and administrative costs were close to $2 million. And their net loss was $2. And for cash flow, operations used $3.9 million and Financing activities provided $5.1 million, resulting in a net increase of about $1.2 million. We can skip over the notes. It's legal mumbo jumbo for experts that we don't need to worry about for this video. And that is the report. So what does all of this mean? Well, Kairos Pharma is still a risky bet. They're burning through cash, they're heavily reliant on their drugs actually working out, and there are a lot of things that could go wrong along the way. The market they're targeting is potentially massive, which could mean huge returns if they succeed. On the plus side, Kairos has been successful in raising capital, and it's starting to advance drugs into clinical trials. It's also good that they are checking their cybersecurity. However, the company's reliance on external parties for things like manufacturing and research adds another layer of risk. It can reward proposition. Thanks for watching Corporate Decoder. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What do you think about Kairos? Let me know in the comments.